Alright, so I have Exodus 12 this morning. Just about to head out on a run, but I figured I'd get this done or else it's going to be a while. So Exodus 12 is all about the culmination of what we've been working towards the last few chapters. So at the beginning of it, it talks about how in Exodus 11 we saw how God is going to kill all the firstborn males as well as the animals. Firstborn animals, and so he does this in the first part and talks about how the Passover, that if they followed the stipulations and killing the goat or animal that and put the blood on the door, that their firstborn would be safe, and that's what happened. And immediately then afterwards, that night, later in the night, Pharaoh, in verse 31 we see, calls for Moses and Aaron and says, "Get out of here, I trust that your God is the God who you say he is." And I think that's really cool of how he finally makes that decision to not be stubborn anymore and to let the people go. And so then the Israelites go and head out. It says 600,000 men plus all the women and children, so well over 1 million people are in this. And in the last verse, I'm just going to skip down to here quick, it says the Lord brought the people out of Israel like an army, or out of Egypt like an army. And so I think that's really cool, is to imagine seeing just 1 million people walking towards the wilderness to go worship God. And I think that's an awesome thing to visualize and to realize the immense and power that God has and the amount of people that were following him. And then later on in verse 43 until the end of chapter 12, it talks about the instructions for the Passover meal and how anybody who's like a temporary resident or wants to take part in it who isn't an Israelite has to be circumcised. All the males in their households have to be circumcised. So I thought this was really cool, how we saw the culmination of everything that Moses and Aaron have been working towards to get their people out and to worship God, and how God fulfilled that promise in such an immense way for them. So that is what I have on Exodus 12. Hope you all are doing great, and I will look forward to your comments in the group chat.